Hello once again, my friends. It is time for more Neckbeard stories. From Reddit user TrainLover176. Train lover, come rescue. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I'm in a really good mood. Neckbeard suing me for $150. Update. Return of the Psycho X. Ooh, this is gonna get crazy. Hi, Moonhorse. Hey! Thanks for reading my last story. Well, you're very welcome. Now here's the update. I'm going to warn you that trial did not go the way I was expecting. It took me a few days of processing things before I could really sit down and write this. A few things I'd like to clarify before telling you the rest of the story. First of all, this was small claims court. It was a lawsuit. No lawyers. It's like the People's Court or Judge Judy. I would love to see a Neckbeard on Judge Judy. And he included legal fees in the subpoena, so the actual total comes out to about $230, or about a 3-week supply of chicken tendies if he wins. Also, though the vacuum was filled with cement, it was repairable. Like I said, Dysons are fucking bulletproof. However, it cost me about $100 to replace the vacuum filters, which were destroyed because of the cement. I went in prepared to lose, because I had nothing but my word against his. I erased the texts a long time ago, and recovering them was a process that was more trouble than it was worth. I do still have the receipts for the vacuum filters, however, but I have no photos of the vacuum while it was damaged. Also, I'd like to shout out to my awesome boss, who upon hearing about this subpoena, signed me up for an optional 2-hour crane safety seminar with my company, that upon completion gives participants a one-time $1,000 completion bonus, included with the following week's paycheck. Hey, that's pretty cool. It's optional for me because I'm part of the company's engineering team, and I don't actually have the certifications or qualifications to actually operate a crane, but I am certified to be safe around them now. He did this so the whole fiasco would not set me back financially, which I have to say was really cool of him. That is. So the court date comes, and Tall Beard is there, with his sister, my ex-girlfriend. I'm pretty sure he did this just to rattle me, and I would be lying if I said it didn't shake me a little. But at this point, any love I had for this woman has long since vanished. I mentioned a rocky end to the relationship in the last post, and being that Crazy Psycho X is now a part of our story, I feel like maybe I should explain a few of these incidents that led to me breaking up with her. As I mentioned, we lived together out of state for about a year. During that year, she began to emotionally and eventually physically abuse me. Oh, wow, she's a fucking winner. Basically, it started with mocking my hairy appearance and calling me a loser for not being able to find a job in the new state. And then again, when I lost the job a few months later, I endured this because part of me thought she was right. However, I drew the line in the sand when the physical abuse started. I'm glad you did. So, I should start off by mentioning that I'm a pretty hairy dude, like Sasquatch levels of hairy. I'm pretty sensitive about it, so I do manscape a bit. I don't, shave myself bare, but I keep my body and facial hair at a reasonable length. Psycho X had a major problem in particular about my chest hair, which she often complained was too scratchy, even through clothing. So one night, she decided to take advantage of the fact that I sleep like the dead and attempted to wax my chest while I was sleeping. Oh, that's not crazy. Did you ever see that scene in The 40-Year-Old Virgin where Steve Carell gets his chest waxed? That scene was a real waxing, done by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. And it hurt like a motherfucker. Psycho X was not an expert, and she tried to do my entire chest in one go. Oh my god. And by that I mean instead of using the wax paper that came with the actual waxing kit, oh no, she used a sheet of cooking wax to peel the hot wax. Oh. It was the second most agonizing thing I had ever felt in my entire life. Being jolted awake by thousands of hair follicles being torn right out of my skin. The amount of confusion and panic followed shortly after by a massive amount of blood seeping out of the now empty holes where my deep-rooted hair follicles once resided. The first most painful thing I ever felt was a massive infection that came as a result of improper hair removal. For about a month afterwards, if I gave someone a hug, they would instantly be drenched in blood and pus. Oh my god. She tried to tell me she was sorry and that she didn't think it would be that bad. Needless to say, I was pretty livid at this and grabbed my dog and left the apartment for a few weeks. Yeah, I imagine. We tried to work things out over the next few months, but as you can imagine, things just began to deteriorate from there. It was certainly the beginning of the end. There were a few other instances of physical abuse, but the involuntary hair removal was definitely the worst one by far. Yeah, I fucking bet. Holy shit. So the trial was pretty uneventful, really. I lost, basically, because it came down to I was the one who dictated the amount, and I got my stuff back, therefore I was liable. Fair enough. Tallbeard got his chicken tendy money. Yay for him. Keep in mind, this idiot actually apparently got a job in El Paso, Texas, a good 15-hour drive from where this trial took place. He took 2 whole work days off, drove just under 1,000 miles for $230. A fact which I still can't wrap my head around, for it is too stupid to comprehend. Wow. The trial was very enlightening, however. During the sad sack testimony about how I was being unreasonable because Psycho X had hurt herself, and so Neckbeard brother was unable to return my stuff, which was total BS. 1, no one ever said anything about Psycho X being injured, and 2, Tallbeard really just changed his tone once the money entered the picture. But that wasn't the enlightening part of the story. I won't go into specifics because it involves a lot of personal stuff, but basically, I was able to put together that the reason Psycho X had been treating me like garbage the last year of our relationship was because she was having sex with a coworker of hers, and was too psycho to do the right thing and actually break up with me, which she confirmed at the trial. Oh, I've been there. Ow. Surprisingly, I wasn't mad, I'm just done. A little hurt and irritated, but I processed these emotions months ago. I was over her. I didn't want anything to do with her or her idiot brother. Fuck them both. They're horrible people. I wrote her brother the check, told him never to contact me again, and I never wanted to see either one of them again. I went to work, and then afterwards picked up my new girlfriend from work, hugged her tight, and took her out for the most romantic Valentine's Day night she'd ever seen. This is going to sound super cheesy, but facing my past like that made me realize how far I've come in the last half a year, how great my new job is, how amazing my new girlfriend is, how much I love her, and how much of a bullet I dodged. Sorry if this wasn't as funny as a story as I thought it would be. It's a little all over the place. I've had a few while writing this, and it was very therapeutic. I'll try to make it up once I get around to posting about the crazy antics my old roommate in college got up to. I have 2 years of watching that guy do bizarre shit like riding a rental bike 8 miles to a strip club only to have it stolen. Thank you, Moonhorse, for reading this. Well, thank you for writing it. Keep up the readings. I enjoy them with a glass of boxed wine and on a near nightly basis. I am very, very happy to hear that things are better for you. And facing your past is sometimes very therapeutic. There's a lot of people in my past that I just never want to see again. That's fine. We don't have to ever talk. But I'm glad that you were able to basically, get this all out of your system and it's over and done with forever. I cannot, however, believe that he came over 1,000 miles for under $300. Like, isn't most of that just going to be gone and paying for the fuel to get back and forth? Wow. He's a smart one. Ooh, brilliant. I'm glad that you are having a much better life, though. And thank you for sending these stories. They don't always have to be funny, but I do like the ones that kind of follow up and make things feel a little bit better. And we need a good pick-me-up from time to time. So I'm glad that you had a good time. Also, seriously, don't wax stuff if you don't know what you're doing. That's... Forcibly removing things is always a bad idea. It's just... Come on. Everybody knows this. So thank you guys for watching. If you have your own stories, you can send them to r/Moonhorse Stories, and I will be more than happy to read them. And if you'd like to keep the lights on in this crazy place, you can do that by donating to my Patreon, or buying a t-shirt, or, hoodie or coffee mug, or you can do all of that, and you'd be, super awesome. I mean, what? Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you all, and goodbye!